If you've ever planted a tomato seedling with dreams of a massive, overflowing harvest, only to end up with a couple of sad, watery fruits and a bunch of yellowing leaves, yeah, you're not alone. Tomatoes are easily the most popular backyard crop, but they can be incredibly dramatic. If you want a truly massive harvest, the standard advice isn't going to cut it. Today, we are diving into the 3 actual levers you need to pull to maximize your yield. We're talking about a specific way to prune, a nutrient secret most gardeners overlook, and how to handle the danger zone of inconsistent watering. Let's get into it. First up is a specific pruning technique, clearing out the lower leaves. As tomato plants grow tall, those bottom leaves closest to the ground become completely useless. They don't get much sun, so they aren't generating energy for the plant. Even worse, they are a massive liability. Most tomato diseases are fungal, and they live right in the soil. When it rains or when you water, that soil splashes up onto those low leaves, and the disease starts climbing up the plant. Once your plant is established, go ahead and snip off all the branches on the bottom 6 to 12 inches of the stem. By clearing out that bottom zone, you create a physical barrier against soil-borne diseases. Plus, it massively improves airflow right at the base of the plant. A healthy, disease-free plant can stay alive weeks longer into the season, which means way more total fruit for you to harvest. Tip number 2 is all about fuel, but not the kind you think. Most people grab a standard fertilizer high in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But tomatoes are incredibly hungry for micronutrients. Think of micronutrients like calcium, magnesium, boron, and zinc as the actual building blocks for the fruit itself. For example, a lack of calcium is the direct cause of blossom end rot, where the bottom of your tomato turns black and rots before it even ripens. If you want a massive yield, you need to use a dedicated micronutrient fertilizer or a high-quality CalMag supplement. This gives the plant the exact tools it needs to prevent fruit drop, build thick cell walls, and successfully mature every single blossom into a heavy, juicy tomato. Finally, tip number 3 is mastering the danger zone of inconsistent watering. Tomatoes are extremely sensitive to moisture swings. If you let the soil bake until it's bone dry and then suddenly drench it with a massive amount of water, the plant drinks way too fast. The insides of the fruit expand quicker than the skin can handle. And boom, your beautiful tomatoes split and crack right before they're ready to harvest. To maximize your usable yield, you have to break this cycle. You want to keep the soil consistently damp, like a wrung-out sponge. Never let it completely dry out, and never let it turn into a swamp. Keep those lower leaves cleared, give them the micronutrients they actually need to build fruit, and keep that watering steady. Do these 3 things, and you're going to have an absolute avalanche of tomatoes this season.